as we start to get into more and more of these meditations, hopefully we'll go a little bit deeper. These first couple weeks, if you know anything about me, I like to kind of get us all up to speed so we have an understanding of what it is we're trying to accomplish. So I try not to hit us with too much information, but I think it's good, particularly in the beginning too, and maybe we'll start working these in, is talk a little bit about some of my favorite mindfulness quotes. Particularly, I have a lot of favorite compassionate quotes in mindfulness and stuff that helps me throughout my day. So if I want to integrate this seamlessly into my day, I kind of bring these quotes with me from time to time. Morning, Nancy. So let's get started. I want to talk about my favorite mindfulness quote. I kind of want to ask you guys what you guys think it might be. People, because I know I've meditated with a bunch of you, but I'm not going to wait for my response. But it's by Viktor Frankl. And the quote is, "Between the stimulus and the response, there is a space. And in that space lies your freedom to choose. And in that choice comes your power." And so we're going to talk about our choice. So a lot of the times our meditations, remember we're focused on our objective, which today will be the breath. We're going to wake up our awareness to this point, which I think is the biggest part of our meditation, our choice point. So right here, so we're focused, then we're distracted, we're aware, then we're distracted. And when we pay attention to that choice, when we wake up to more choices, then we actually start to see more freedom in our choices instead of behaving in our old repetitive thought patterns. We get so caught up in our choice patterns that we're not aware. We're not awake enough. So these meditations are designed to wake us up, not only in our meditation, but hopefully these little seeds of grace start to awaken throughout our day. And so as we go day to day to day to day, more and more of the day, I start to wake up to, oh, I'm judging right now. Oh, I have another choice. It makes sense that a lot of our lives are automatic, and it's convenient for us to get into that automatic choice pattern for convenience, but we miss a lot of opportunity throughout our day. And what the meditation does for me, it's my food, it's my nutrition for the morning to help me wake up to possibility that there may be more choices. And so today's meditation will work a little bit on waking up to our choices, but we got to recognize that we're distracted first, and a lot of the times we're not even aware that we're distracted. So for those of us that are distracted all throughout our meditation and say, oh, this meditation was tough, I say congratulations, because that awareness that you're waking up to gives you more opportunities to break out of those habitual thought patterns. And so we'll do that today. We'll wake up, we'll become aware, we'll practice non-judgment, and then hopefully we'll start to see the freedom of what Viktor Frankl says, the freedom of our choice, because that's where we hold a lot of our power. So with that said, let us get comfortable, and let's gently close our eyes. And let's go ahead and let's start our morning meditation by taking our first collective breath together in through the nose. Really let it fill up the lungs. Let's hold it when you get to capacity. And let it go through the mouth. We'll do that again. Take a deep cleansing breath into the nose. Really let it fill up the lungs and hold it. And let it go to the mouth. And one more deep cleansing breath in through the nose. This time gently exhale through the nose. Let your breath return to its natural pattern. Let the breath flow in and out, and start to notice maybe the pause As you're breathing in, we'll notice the space. So you're breathing in, and then there's that little pause at the top. And then you breathe out, and there's a little pause at the bottom. And the secret is in those spaces. The secret, that awareness, where we start to wake up. We wake up to our truth. We wake up to more choices. That awareness wakes up within us. And so we're going to work a little bit on kind of breaking that automatic pilot, that programmed bias that we all have. But before we do that, let's ask ourselves our questions. So if you've meditated with me before, you know I like to ask myself a few questions before we get started to help center myself and help awaken some awareness deep within. And so I invite you to silently ask yourself these questions too. A few times each. Again, we'll notice what wakes up. We'll notice what arises. We'll try not to judge any of the answers, particularly if they're automatic. And we'll ask the question again. So the first question I invite you to ask yourself is, who am I? Who am I? I know you wear a lot of hats throughout your day. So many roles. This question for me helps me wake up and remember my value. Who am I? What do I want? Go ahead and ask yourself what it is you really want to see happen these next few months. Ask the question and notice what wakes up, what arises. And we try not to judge the answers, particularly if they're spiritual, ethereal, material, physical, all of the needs that kind of wake up within us. Just become aware of it. Practice non-judgment. Ask it again. What do I really want? The last question. What is my dharma? What is my purpose? How can I help? How can I serve today? So let's take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose. Really let it fill up the lungs. Let it out through the mouth. Let's let go of our questions. We'll turn our attention back to the breath. We'll get right into strengthening our healthy habits, our healthy brain. And we'll do that by focusing a little bit on that in and out breath and figuring out where we feel it the strongest. We'll start with that. We'll make that the anchor for today's meditation. So let's focus a little bit on the nose first. So bringing our attention right to the tip of our nose, we'll Gently breathe in and notice everything you can about that next inhale and everything you can about that next exhale. And if we can connect maybe one of those breaths in and out. Maybe we can feel it, feel the pressure releasing, or simply use the mantra in and out to help keep you focused a little bit stronger in that space. We'll move down to the chest area, the same idea. I want you to breathe in. Notice the expansion. You may notice the shoulders rise a little bit. Notice the letting go, that sense of the body really wanting to relax. Again, we're programmed to resist that relaxation. So tune into that awareness and see if you can relax a little bit more in the seat. Again, opening us up to more choices when we're relaxed. Or you can think rise and fall. Use that anchor word, that mantra, to help keep you connected. Bring that awareness all the way down. Bring it to the abdomen. Feel a sense of expansion as you breathe in. And again, that letting go as you breathe out. Now go ahead and decide where you want to place your attention. Where do you want to start this morning? Either in the nostrils, the chest, or the abdomen. I want you to pick one. And lightly connect to that space. Notice where you're feeling it, where it feels good. And know that a critical ingredient to feeling good throughout your day is connecting to yourself in this way, starting off your day. When we connect to ourselves in this way, noticing just that gentle inflow of breath and outflow, it makes it so much easier to connect with others. And maybe even you're feeling it now, to this community, that connection. When we start our day off like this, centering ourselves, making the choice again to sit in this way, connecting to each other, connecting to ourselves. It's probably one of the healthiest, most nutritious things we can do for our body and our mind. So where it feels good, focus there, even if it's for one breath. And again, notice the distractions. Notice when we're distracted. When you become aware of your distraction, notice the choice you have. You have the choice to keep being distracted, whether it's by our sets, our sounds, emotions, thoughts, feelings, sensations, or we can choose to refocus on our breath. And each time we choose the breath, each time we make that choice to come back to the breath, we're strengthening the internal circuits in our brain that help with our memory, our attention, our empathy, our choices, our freedom. So I want to keep meditating in this way. And notice between the stimulus and the response, there is that space. And in that space lies our freedom to choose. And so we'll keep meditating in this way. I'll keep an eye on the time. And so when you hear me ring the bell, we'll still continue to sit with our eyes still closed. eyes still closed. Let's let go of our practice and just let's rest easy. Start to deepen your awareness back into the space. Roll the shoulders, whatever you need to do. And when it's comfortable, go ahead and gently open your eyes. Namaste. Well, thank you guys. Hopefully, you get a better understanding about those spaces that we can wake up to. But just know, I really appreciate you guys waking up with me and sitting with me. I really believe when we take the time to sit, we're sending a strong signal to each other, to ourselves, that we matter, that we care about ourselves. And this really becomes our internal food for the rest of the day. And it helps us hopefully drop into more moments so we have more choices throughout our day. Thank you, Lisa. Thanks, Carla. Thanks, Joyce and Marley. Thank you. Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, think about that throughout your day. Are you making conscious choices, or are you on that automatic pilot? And the automatic pilot's fine because it helps with routine. It helps us speed up things, but just know that we're so on that kind of hamster wheel that sometimes we miss the possibility, the wonder, the choices, the opportunities to make better choices. It also helps us tomorrow. It helps us open up not only to choices, but to be more compassionate with each other. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Retired 1024. Thanks, PR Merlin. These will be on my Instagram IGTV page, but I also will put most of them. I'll cut off the beginning and the ends, and I'll put most of them on my YouTube page, and that's just at the Boston Buddha. Thank you, Eva. Good to see you, Susie and Margie and everyone. Let's do this tomorrow. Tomorrow we will work on our loving kindness. We'll start to we'll open our attention back up. So now we've refined our attention to see the moments. Now let's open them back up and see if we can't be a little bit more compassionate or mentally flexible in being more compassionate with ourselves. Okay? Namaste.